Sitting here eating my fruit.
Yo! Okay, see ya!
Cuckoo!
Do your best. I have all the faith in the world in you.
Catch you around, Denny! Yo, how goes it?
Acting slow as shit.
This whole place hasn't changed a bit.
Oh. Shit going all on.
You ask why I did this? To see the look of complete and utter anguish on your face. Just try and dodge this one. Just try and dodge this one.
にしし。全力でかかってこい。にしし。全力でかかってこい。体が温まってきたし。体が温まってきたし。ほら、ワクワクしてきたぞ。
You dare interrupt my training? All right, it's do or die time. All right, it's do or die time. What do you think you're doing?
Hey, how are ya? This old place hasn't changed a bit. Master Roshi, have you taken on any new students lately? Master Roshi, have you taken on any new students lately?
What's that?
Goku, let's be off. Well, we've arrived.
Wow! This is getting exciting already!
Took you long enough.
へへへ。やっぱ戦いの前ってのは。
Damn, I forgot something bad part about Diamond. That nigga ain't got that.
へへへ。
He got killed in his own neighborhood, in front of his own store.
Actually, I kind of have a work deadline coming up. Ah, but I can't say no to you. Let's go.
Over here!
I gotta get serious.
気合い入れるぞ。ちっと痛えぞ。あや。はっ。おいぼだ。そりゃそりゃそりゃ。なあ、本気出していいんだぜ。そりゃ。
Thought I could do it. Damn it.
Walk with me, Gohan.
What? Come on!
I won't go easy on you. Don't mess with me. This is crazy.
What?
Don't mess with me.
I don't feel pain.
オラに任せて。よっ。よし、準備 OK だ。全開でいくぞ。
Here we go! Just like the good old days. I'm not done yet.
シート痛えぞ。あや。おいぼだ。そりゃそりゃそりゃ。なあ、本気出していいんだぜ。そりゃ。体が温まってきたぜ。
Sweat! Not bad. That's enough. You got guts, pal. Useless! I like that body of yours. Change now!
No, no.
This guy ain't bad. You can't escape me! You can't escape me! Your life shall be extinguished!
やっぱ戦いの前って
Lil Scoom disses God and scares off Lil Jeff.
Let's go. On my dick, on my. We so damn vicious. If God tries something, we gonna up that.
Actually, I kind of have a work deadline coming up. Ah, but I can't say no to you. Let's go. Wow, you're good, huh?
そりゃなあ、本気出していいんだぜ。そりゃよし、準備 OK だ。
Get out of my way!
Took you long
That's enough. Gotta stop this, no matter what.
I'm gonna kill you! I'll squash you! I'm gonna kill you! I'll squash you! I am strong! I'll tear you to pieces! You're all mine! Now you move! Your energy is weak!
I gotta get serious.
I'll tear you to pieces! You're all mine! Now you move! Your energy is weak!
Swamp with me, Gohan.
You've got guts, pal! You can't escape me! This guy ain't bad.
Don't mess with me. You can't handle this. Almost done. Still wanna fight?
You should join our ranks!
Good hit back. My turn.
Special fighting! Come out and there you are! I like that body of yours! Change now!
This is all that's.
Go get one!
Bravo! You've proven your body as my next candidate.
Damn, he just said God, y'all. Look at him. He said he don't even want to. He said he don't even want to. He said he finna drop his ass. I gotta go. He just said God. Yeah, his ass playing with God. He bogus, y'all. I would never. He bogus. Why he just said that? He chasing clout for that bad for these kids. Is crazy. And his ass fried. I ain't got shit to do with me, God. I love my life. I love looking at this shit.
Lil Scoom disses God and scares off Lil J.
戦いの前ってな、ワクワクするな。おめえはどうぞ。しまった。それじゃ慣れちゃうな。行くぞ。
Shoot! Wow, you're good, huh? Forget it!
Walk with me, Gohan. Take that! It took a lot to get this far. Don't mess with me.
No! 本気出していいんだぜ。そりゃほらうわえっちゃそれじゃよし準備 OK だ。ほりゃ
Your history! Take this! Masenko! Forget it!
No! 本気出していいんだぜ。そりゃ体が温まってきたぜ。Let's switch.
Take that! I'm not done yet. What? Don't get cocky. Good hit back. Now, it's my turn. I'm not done yet. Enough. Not bad. Looks like I know that. What? You're mine. I still have more to show you. I'm not done yet. Just run away. Oh, I'll teach you. I've got something for you. Let's see what we can do. Go.
That's enough. Gotta stop this. Gotta stop this. こんなもんか。もっとこの体で戦えるよう慣れていかないとな。
Us out on my dick, on my. We so damn vicious. If God tries something, we gonna up that show him too. Damn, he just said, God, y'all. Look at him. He said he don't even want to. He said he don't even want to. He said he finna drop his ass. I gotta go. He just said, God. Yeah, his ass playing with God. He bogus, y'all. I would never. He bogus. Why he just said that? He chasing clout for that bad. For these kids is crazy. And his ass Brad. I ain't got shit to do with me, God. I love my life. I love looking at this shit.
Lil Scoom disses God and scares off Lil Jack.
Pop this baby open. Sunset, and it's new and healthy. The sound of happiness. So good. Has a bunch of prebiotics, minerals, vitamins, all the good things. That hits such a good flavor. Get you sipping.
Today's video is sponsored by Tokyo Treat and Sakurako. Dragon Ball Daima Episode 20, the finale of this entire series. I am extremely sad to see this series end, but we gotta talk about what I personally think will happen in this next and final episode. And man, I gotta say, I'm also disappointed by the fact that shout out to Devious because he actually posted this. It's gonna be the normal length, okay? It's gonna be the normal like 23 minutes that every single episode has been. I said this on Twitter and I've said this a few times. I wish that this was an hour-long special. If they were gonna do any extension of an episode, this would be the one, okay? Either that or one of the 2 previous episodes, right? Because those had, the big major stuff happen, and this is the finale, so it would make a lot of sense for them to be able to have at least the first half be all battle, climax and everything, and then the second half being just more of the cool down wrap up, okay? Them saying, all right, well, we're done, we beat the bad guys, woohoo, let's go back, to Earth, and we're out in the demon realm, and then everybody's memory gets wiped by Neva. I'm just joking. We'll talk about that a little bit later because, man, there's just way too much to unpack and, pack into this episode in general. I mean, in terms of, like, what we want to see, okay? Us as fans, there's a lot of stuff that we need to know in terms of an explanation for Super Saiyan 4, okay? And there's just so much that they gotta, give us in terms of information, right? But we know that they're likely not going to do that, and they might not mention or say anything. This episode could probably end very quickly and abruptly, unfortunately, and as much as I don't want that to happen, that's what it is because we know that this is the end, right? So let's actually talk about what we know about the episode, like 100% what we know, okay? Goku is in Super Saiyan 4, and he's going to beat Goma's ass. I mean, that's all you really need to know about it, right? The preview doesn't really show too much, but it looks like it's going to be a one-on-one, 1v1 Goku Super Saiyan 4 versus, they actually gave the official name of Goma. It's just Giant Goma. That's it. Giant Goma, that's the official name. They're not calling him King Goma or anything. I mean, in terms of, like, the merch, I think it's, like, on a little card that they released, or they will be releasing. His name is just Giant Goma, which, I mean, is fine. They're probably just calling Giant Goma in the games, right? Or Goma, in parentheses, Giant, right? I like King Goma better. I feel like that works, but as I stated in a previous video as well, the name of this transformation for Goku is literally just Super Saiyan 4. They might add in Super Saiyan 4 Daima just to, differentiate it from the GT version. The GT version will probably just still be called Super Saiyan 4 because that was the original one. But they'll probably have to add Daima on this one just so that, people know the difference, right? Like, why is this version red? And it looks a little bit different. Like, what the hell? So yeah, Daima Finale, Zenkai, that's the official title of this episode, and that's dog, I'm not gonna lie, that's a raw fucking title. I love that shit. That sounds badass as hell, bro. Zenkai? AKA Maximum, in English. That's what it would, I guess, translate to. Airs next Friday. Naoto Shishida will be returning. You're seeing it. Dragon Ball fans could see one single screenshot, one frame of a Shida cut, and they will know it's Shida, okay? Shida has one of the most unique stylized animation styles out there, okay? Like, it's fancy, it's clean, it's fast, and it's smooth. Like, the eye opening right here, look at Goma. That didn't even look like Goma, bro. I mean, his face looks exactly like Goma, but his body, this is like some, what the hell, bro? Like, bro, he was on steroids. Like, what the hell? you need to lay out the steroids with that third eye. That third eye gives you steroids, bro. That's what that shit is, okay? So, it's gonna be insane, Sakuga. Can't wait. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's whether or not we get a good wrap up and we get explanations. Honestly, like, I care about that a lot, believe me, but fuck, bro. This is gonna just... Woo! This animation, people are gonna be talking about this for years, okay? Y'all remember the Gogeta versus Broly? Y'all remember Ultra Instinct Sign Goku and just Ultra Instinct Goku versus Jiren in general? All those times where Shida was, in the cut. Whew, man, it goes hard, okay? So, yeah, again, I am a little bit disappointed about the fact that it's only gonna be, like, the 20-minute thing, but let's talk about the fusion, okay? Because the fusion, we're just gonna get straight into it. Yes, I still think there will be a fusion. I do not know, and I'm doubting that it's even gonna be a Super Saiyan 4. I mean, maybe it could be a Super Saiyan 4 fusion because Goku at least has it. But I thought episode 19, Vegeta was gonna get Super Saiyan 4 after they turn into adults, and then maybe at the end that they were gonna fuse. And when I say fusion, I mean via the bugs, okay, the fusion bugs. There's no reason for Potara. There's not going to be any fusion dance, no Gogeta, because the fusion dance, Vegeta doesn't even know it. He doesn't know it until Dragon Ball Super. But hey, at this point in time, maybe they don't give a fuck and they do it. I'm just joking, but unlikely. They foreshadowed and teased these fusion bugs since I believe episode 4 of Daima. Everybody knew a fusion was coming. there were a lot of people that didn't even think that Super Saiyan 4 was going to be a thing. It was just more of like a funny, haha, because it's GT, he's going to get Super Saiyan 4, and then they fucking did it, and I was like, what the fuck, bro? So, yeah, the fusion bugs, they have to be utilized. They have to be utilized before this series ends, right? It would be very stupid. People say, oh, it was a red herring or whatever, and it's like, that's just bad. That is just bad, okay? Do not do this. Do not do this. Do not jingle the keys in front of my face and then drop them into the toilet and flush them down the toilet, right? Like, that would be the dumbest shit ever. Like, give me the damn keys. Like, let me see it, right? But, I don't even know if it's gonna be Goku and Vegeta anymore. Like, I cannot even, I don't even, there's no prediction for it. Like,
break free with the new Opera GX, a browser that puts you in control with a brand new design that frees up even more pixels for personalization and an inventory of features to up your game at every level. Like GX Control.
I would like it to be Goku and Vegeta because, you know, a third Vegito-Gogeta fusion, like a third version of this, Kajita or Kakajita, Kakajita. It's fucking Kaka. This fusion is gonna look like Kaka, bro. But yeah, like, I don't even know why you wouldn't do that and you would do anything else. The only other one that would make sense is Ku and Du fusing together, right? And this is just me going crazy, okay? Just let me just have a little bit of fun right here, okay? This is copium, like crazy bullshit. Dragon Ball fans should never write the series, okay? That's what this is, right? I'm just trying to have fun. So, oh man, what if, okay? What if Ku and Du, they find the bugs, okay? They eat the bug because they think it's candy, because, I mean, it looks like candy. It's like hard little candy, right? They eat the bug, they split it in half like they did with the chocolate. Foreshadowing, right? Foreshadowing. Wait, did they split it in half, or did he give him another? No, I think he gave him his own chocolate bar. Oh, no, he did split it in half because Du was gonna eat his chocolate, Ku's chocolate bar. So yeah, that's the foreshadowing. Split it in half, they share it, right? And then they don't even know, they have no idea what it is, and they end up fusing together. And then this is like at the very, very end after, you know, Piccolo knocks out the third eye, okay, because that was the strategy, right? Goku was going to, like, stall him or whatever, and then Piccolo was going to hit him in the back of the head 3 times until the third eye comes out. And then the Kudu fusion goes over there and picks it up and then puts it in his head. Don't ask why they would do that, okay? Don't ask, right? This is some stupid bullshit. But what I'm trying to get at is that the eye overpowers them. It corrupts them. It's too much for them to handle. They're dumbasses, right? They're SpongeBob and Patrick asses fused together. So it corrupts them, and then it ends up turning into a Super Buu Third Eye Majin fusion. Holy shit. And then it says at the very end, new movie coming, or new season coming, or some shit like that, bro. Oh my god, I would go, dude, I would fucking pop the shit off, bro. Like, I would be so happy if they did some crazy bullshit like that, because it's like, I love this anime so far, and it's great, and I would say it's even like, probably like top 3 best Dragon Ball anime series, even though there's only like, 4 or 5 of them, right? But, including Heroes. Yeah, I really want to see more from this series, and I think it would be really, really cool if we had this new Majin Third Eye type of fusion of Ku and Du. Like, that's the thing, Dragon Ball does a lot of stuff that's expected and very unexpected, like things that you can't even predict, okay? Like, how cool would it be for Ku and Du characters that you thought, they're good and they're kind of on the side, they're not really all that evil or anything, but because of the corruption of like the third eye or some shit, like it would have done that, dude. Again, I'm just having fun with it. I'm just saying stupid shit. It's not gonna happen. This is the end of the series. But man, it would be really cool. That's another thing that a lot of people want, is they want to see like a movie, like a Daima movie, or like a Daima, season 2 or something like that. If that would have been the plan, it's not gonna happen. It would be cool though. But yeah, Fusion, Ku and Du is the only one that I guess would make sense, because I don't know, I feel like what would they even do though? Why would Ku and Du, or would they do anything? Like, would they help out? Like, how would they help out? Maybe Piccolo can't get the job done. He can't do the, hit him in the back of the head 3 times. So that's why they would step in, Ku and Du's fusion. Maybe that. I still think it's got to be Goku and someone else, right? I've heard speculation that it's going to be Goku and Mira, I said Mira, Glorio are gonna fuse together. Weird idea. It's cool though, because if they end up doing that, it would probably look exactly like Final Form Mira from Xenoverse 2, which would be, we just fucking come full circle with it, bro. Like everything unique and new to the Dragon Ball series or video games or anything like that, they're making official with the main timeline, okay? That would be really, really fucking funny if they did that. It would literally look exactly like, I mean, not exactly, but very, very close to Final Form Mira, because Final Form Mira literally is Super Saiyan 4 because he has Saiyan DNA, so he's able to acquire that look, right? It wasn't even they didn't call it Super Saiyan 4, they just called it Final Form. So, yeah, if that's the case, that would be pretty cool. Tokyo Treat is a monthly pop Japanese snack subscription box where you will get up to 20... Weird.
Are you really the last person to find out about this skip ads forever button? This is Pi, and if it sounds familiar to you, it's probably because you've seen it.
Right when it hits the tongue. Below in the description, and also to get Supreme Kai. They have Dragon Fist option treat box, also down in the link in the description below. I think the safest option is Dragon Fist, Super Saiyan 4 Dragon Fist. I think it's very safe. Very safe. Again, if they don't utilize the fusion bugs for Goku and someone else, which they have to, but it's like, I can't even predict who it would be if it's not going to be Goku and Vegeta. People say Goku and Nahane, right? Supreme Kai, that would be, honestly, at this point, it would look cool and I would like that, but it would be very stupid. There's no reason. Like, Goku does not need to fuse with somebody weak. I don't want to say weak, but like weaker than him. Like, he's got to fuse with somebody. Goku would need to fuse. The fusion has to be between two of the strongest people there. That's Goku and Vegeta, right? So that's the only thing that would make sense to me. But I don't know, man. It's this anime is so crazy. So who knows what will happen? Yeah, Super Saiyan 4 Dragon Fist, making that canon. Whatever, it's not really canon, but, you know, an official main timeline version of it with reaction sequence. Dragon Fist has only been in GT, and it's only been in movie 13, Wrath of the Dragon. Is that movie 13, movie 12, whatever. Yeah, Wrath of the Dragon. So we've only seen that Dragon Fist really happen in that continuity where it's like movies and like GT and shit, right? We've never seen Goku, to my knowledge, ever use that in Super or Z or anything else, right? Obviously, Kid Goku used the Uzaru Fist, right, to Demon King Piccolo. So that's kind of similar, right? But I think they would probably do something like this. Like, it's already kind of looking like that's what he's doing here. But that's not actually what's happening. There's he's just doing this pose, and then he charges up, and it's like it looks like it's a ki blast, like a giant ki blast that he's about to do to Goma. So that's all we really have. It's a very short clip, right? But I don't know, man. This is another one here. This is probably, if they end up using, this is probably how it would be. This is fake, obviously. Here, just to show you guys, this is taken straight from, like, it's like traced over or whatever, in a way, or taken straight from Dragon Ball Super, where Goku and Vegeta are about to fuse into Vegito. So you're seeing on the right side here, Vegeta, let's do this. So here's half of the fusion bug, Vegeta and Super Saiyan 3, right? They both eat the bug, and then they fuse, and it just straight up, just taken straight from the fucking Zamasu and Vegito fight here. That's hilarious, dude. Like, this is what you call I don't want to say low effort, but a lower effort leak, where it's like they just traced over and they didn't even try to make it look unique. But I mean, for people that don't remember how this looked from Dragon Ball Super, I guess you could say, oh, it does. It looks legit, right? But yeah, if they do end up fusing, I've seen a lot of people say that it's probably gonna be Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta and Super Saiyan 4 Goku fused together. But even then, it's like Vegeta, he's not tapped out, but both of them are very low, like, stamina and energy right now. So it's like, I don't really see Vegeta transforming to Super Saiyan 3 just so that they can fuse. If they're gonna fuse, they're just gonna fuse, right? They're just gonna, I don't know. Unless Vegeta transforms and he's trying to help out Goku, but there has been no indication that Vegeta's gonna be helping in this fight. So far, it's just Piccolo's gonna be the one doing the third eye, 3 hits, right? And that's pretty much it, okay? But I don't know, man. 20 minutes, it's just... It's too short. It's too short for me, man. Why did they do this to us? How I think it would work, though, if they are cramming all this in, is first 10 minutes is... That's going to be the wrap-up of the fight. Depending on what happens. Like, if they actually do use the bugs, they would have to have Goku do this. This would have to be like 2 or 3 minutes, like maximum. It would have to be short. Whatever Goku's trying to do in Super Saiyan 4, right? And then he's probably going to realize he can't get the job done. Piccolo, I guess, can't get the hit in or something. Like, Goma's just too powerful. And then they would have to fuse. Let's just say, for example, they fuse Goku and Vegeta together.
I'm about to cash a $50,000 check for an accident I was involved in over 5 months ago. The same accident the insurance company offered me $5,000 for. Crazy, right?
And that would be like, what, like another like 5, maybe 7 minutes or something like that. And then they beat him, right? Fuse and beat him. I think it's possible. It's just, it's cutting it close, man. And then maybe the last 10 minutes, we get our wrap-up of everything. They would have to... I'm just gonna say they're not gonna explain shit, right? Let's just say they don't explain jack shit. They just be like, all right, that was great, blah, blah, blah. Let's go home. They go home. They see, you know, their families and everything at the party still. They're probably still there. Actually, no. I mean, how long has it been? How many? It's definitely been several days, unless, you know, time moves differently in the demon realm or whatever. But yeah, they go back home, and then maybe we see Gohan. You know what the craziest, funniest theory I've heard? Okay, is that there was one I saw. I think it was from DBS Hype. He made a video. I was watching his video that he posted yesterday. I don't know where this theory came from, but I guess this is from other people. They said that Gohan didn't show up in this fucking anime because it was this was all his dream. What? If they did some stupid shit like that, the dream thing pisses me off. I'm sorry. The dream thing... Oh, it was all a dream. This whole series was a dream. That pisses me the fuck off, bro. Like, that makes me so angry. I hate that shit so much. Like, okay, honestly, if they did it would be... I would be fucking pissed. What am I trying to say, bro? I would be like, maybe it won't be that big of a deal. No, if they actually did that, I'd be fucking pissed, bro. I'd be breaking my TV. Like, it would be over. I would crash the fuck out, have a seizure on the ground, be like, I fucking hate my life, dude. Like, are you kidding me? Like, if they did that shit where it's like, oh, or the memory wipe thing, that's another one that's stupid as shit. But, like, what would even be the reason for that? Like, I've heard that, and I've made that joke, and I wasn't serious. Okay, I made the joke before, but if Neva wipes their memory, for what fucking reason would he need to wipe their memory? Like, why? Was it forbidden to see the third eye? Was it forbidden to see Neva's magic? Maybe that would be the reason. Like, oh, you're not supposed to see what my fucking broken ass is capable of. Like, what the hell is that? Like, there would be no reason to wipe their memory unless something crazy happened, right? I don't know, but it's not impossible. That could be a thing. But yeah, I digress. I've been rambling way too much in this video. This video ended up being probably longer than the entire episode itself, which is absurd. But man, I'm excited. I'm still excited regardless of how they handle it, what they say, what they do. It's gonna be probably one of the coolest episodes out there for a Dragon Ball, you know, episode. Like, it's like the animation already from the teaser gets me hyped, right? And like the title itself, Zenkai, like this is maximum. This is full power. We're going hard for the finale, and I just gotta say, Daima's been a great overall experience, and I'm very sad it's gonna be ending here. We're gonna be back in the Dragon Ball drought. Oh god, no. It's gonna be painful, and that's the thing, uncertainty, okay? Uncertainty about the future. Don't even know what we'll be seeing. Obviously, more Dragon Ball will eventually come, but it's like, are we getting Super back? Or are they just gonna go a different route and, you know, do a movie? Are they going to make another new series like this, right? This was definitely not meant to be for the 40th anniversary, which they did state that wasn't actually the case. In an interview, I think they ended up saying that it just fell into place. It just was a coincidence, which I think is kind of funny because this series really does feel like a 40th anniversary series. It's like the best of every series combined together, right? But hey, maybe they were working on something, like actually working on something for the 40th anniversary. Who knows? But yeah, y'all let me know your thoughts and opinions. Everything that I said in this video was likely just a bunch of bullshit. You guys might have better theories, better ideas, or maybe there's some things that you agree with that I said in this video. Please comment down below. I love reading your comments. I like seeing what you guys have to say. And hey, maybe some of y'all will be right and will actually predict exactly what will happen in episode number 20, the finale. Y'all have a great day. Be sure to drop a like, subscribe here on the channel, ring my notification bell, and I'll see you guys next. Peace.
This is Broly. You are watching Slow Plays. Make sure to subscribe, or else I'll destroy your entire planet. You're dead.
He is coming. He is coming to us. Nosferatu is here.
Everyone, lend me your power. Prepare yourself. Die!
Dragon Ball Daima episode 18 premieres today in only a few hours. So I'm making this video not only to do some last minute predictions and speculation, but also to warn y'all. Okay, those of you that are watching this right now, I'm also going to put out a little announcement here on Twitter where I'm going to say, hey, get off of the internet. Within the next few hours, this episode will finally be out. It's going to be out on Fuji TV first. I believe it's going to be around like 9 a.m. CST, and then it's going to drop 2 hours later on Crunchyroll. Okay, that's when everybody can access it. So for that 2 hour period, right, there's going to be a lot of discussion, a lot of people talking about whatever gets shown. This has been hyped up to be a really, really big episode. Something big is coming, something new is coming. I do not know what it is. Keep in mind, no spoilers in this video or anything. I'm not discussing any spoilers. We're just talking about stuff that we already know about, and we're going to be using that evidence to predict what could possibly happen. But again, I do not know. I haven't been following any leaks. I've been trying to stay away from any type of leaks throughout this entirety of Dragon Ball Daima's airing, right? So don't be worried about that. I'm not going to post any spoilers or anything whenever it actually goes up. I'll probably post a reaction, but it's going to be a super vague, like, thumbnail and title. It's just gonna be like Dragon Ball Daima reveals or something like that, and I'll probably just have like the logo on there or something generic. I won't actually post whatever gets shown here because you know, obviously it's gonna be big, but later on obviously I will be discussing it and talking about it into full depth if it is something really, really major. Again, maybe it's just Goku versus fucking Goma. I doubt it. This is Dragon Ball. I'm pretty confident that they're going to be doing a lot of major big stuff in this. They have to do something for the climax. We are confirmed to only have 20 episodes. So that means there's only going to be 2 episodes after this one airs, right? So get excited. Over anything, get excited, right? Again, if you are online during the time whenever this goes up, okay, if you're scrolling through Twitter or whatever as this episode is airing, you only have yourself to blame for getting spoiled, okay? There's been several people putting out warnings. I believe even some of the animators, okay? Some of the animators themselves have, the people that have worked on this episode, they have said, stay off of YouTube and stay off of social media, right? Listen to them. Listen to us, right? We're like we're not being funny about it, okay? Even if I don't spoil it or whoever else is posting about it or whatever doesn't post about it, someone will. All right, you cannot control what's going to get posted online from other people, okay? So there are people who literally just do not give a fuck, including the official Dragon Ball pages themselves. Every single time that there's been something major or big, which, I mean, hasn't been super crazy, like, for example, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, his transformation last episode, that wasn't anything crazy, right? It's cool, and we loved it, right? And some people, I can understand if they get upset about a spoiler for it, but keep in mind, it's not something that, you know, was not to be expected. We knew Goku was going to go Super Saiyan 3 eventually. But even when Vegeta went Super Saiyan 3, the official Dragon Ball pages, even the English pages, before the episode was out on Crunchyroll, were posting pictures and saying, oh, don't miss this new episode, right? So I don't know if they're going to be doing that with whatever gets revealed on this one, but the fact that the animators are saying, stay off social media, tells you that this is something, this is some real ass shit, okay? So just keep that in mind throughout this, and if you are watching this video, right, keep that in mind, right? It's just, I'm just putting out a friendly, you know, warning beforehand so that you guys are not spoiled. I want you guys to watch this episode for yourself without anything before it, right? Without anything coming before it. I don't want you to see what's going on. I want you to go in blind, and I want you to see this episode and be like, holy fuck, this is amazing. Dragon Ball, I want you to see how peak Dragon Ball is and Dragon Ball Daima is, right? So in terms of speculation, right, it is called Awakening. Now, there are a few times where Awakening was used as a title for a Dragon Ball Z episode or a Dragon Ball Super episode or whatever, some of the, you know, older series, right? Now, Awakening usually had referred to a new form, right? Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, right? I think there was one with Kale whenever she went into her Berserk form, right? That was an Awakening as well. Ultra Instinct Goku, I think the Japanese word for Awakening, I can't remember what it was. It was something else. That was used, I think, in the as well as in the title for episode 110, which is when Goku goes Ultra Instinct for the first time. So, a transformation is absolutely on the table. Not confirming that that's what's going to happen. I do not know if it's going to be a new form, right? Now, when it comes to a fusion, which is the other speculation, the one that I personally think is going to happen because they tease the Medibugs, right? The join bug, that's what it's called. They've already showed what it does. Why would they show all that if there isn't going to be a new fusion, right? So I personally think it could be some type of new fusion. The fan favorite is going to be like Vegito. It's going to be some type of like Vegito looking ass. I don't know. What is it? Supreme Kai also has the Patara ring. So they could fuse, but the issue with that is it is a permanent fusion, I think, in that aspect. The retcon thing, they retcon it so many times, I don't even know which one makes more sense. Like, is it...
I'll give you that.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mitch. Good Tuesday morning to you all. Hope you guys are doing great out there this morning. Having a wonderful start to your day. And a great week out there so far. We got a few things to discuss in this morning's video. And the thing that will take up most of the video is just trying to figure out what's next out there with the weather. I do think we're entering, I think we're kind of already in somewhat of a quiet period, which I am certainly grateful for. But when is things going to get active again? Someone made a great point in the comments a couple of videos back saying, well, Mitch, the weather's always active. Well, it is, but when we say active, at least on this channel, we mean when is going to be our next significant storm system, high-impact storm system. So we'll speak on that. I'm kind of already watching a storm potential for early next week that could bring the return of severe weather, but we're not going to overhype this to death. We're going to speak on what we know, how the pattern does support moisture return across the middle of the country, which this time of the year normally brings the opportunity for some severe weather. So we'll speak on that, a little bit about snow, but not a whole lot on that. And we'll kind of nerd out with you guys about the pattern overall coming up as we round off February and get into the first several days of March. And then we'll talk about the day's weather. So if you guys have not subscribed, certainly consider doing that. Like the video if you like it, and if anybody has anything that I can pray about or pray over, please put it in the comments below. And as things settle down the channel, the views are obviously dropping, so I do appreciate people who continue to tune in. when things slow down. You truly are the core of this channel, and I appreciate you guys so much. The people that stick around when all the craziness kind of wears off, and I really appreciate y'all very much. I just want to always throw that out there and show my appreciation. I'm big on that, and I wish more people out there in the world were big on appreciation. But with all that being said, let's get rocking and rolling. So let's start off by discussing the Euro, and then we'll compare it against the GFS. And what we're going to do here is just kind of rumble through here in time and see if kind of both of these models are liking the same time period as far as the storm I'm watching. So we'll start off with the Euro. So this is around Friday midday the 28th. Last day of February, we'll be saying goodbye to this month. Seems like it went by so much faster than January. It is obviously 3 days less, but you get what I'm saying. It seems like it just flew by. But we got some northern stream energy shooting out of Canada into the Great Lakes region. This could bring some snow to the UP of Michigan, the Great Lakes region, but I mean, it's even too far north to really bring any substantial snow for anybody. Now, this could bring some snow Saturday morning, the first morning of March 1st, into the Northeast. But most of the country is pretty much quiet. This will, with the energy itself, bring a trough, a cold front, and will dive down into the Great Lakes region, the Midwest, Ohio Valley, the Northeast, even get into the Mid-Atlantic. I do not think it's going to bring a ton of cold air down to the Southeast. It will bring a little cool down for about 24 to 48 hours, but it's not going to be a big deal. You can see that 540 line, which indicates cold air aloft, digging down, and all those other blue lines digging down across the eastern U.S. I don't think it'll be a big deal. So as that continues to kind of dip in and then dip out, we do have a bit of a flexing of the ridge over the middle of the country. So we got energy shooting across the Pacific. We're 168 hours out, so we're all the way out to the evening of Monday, March the 3rd at this point. We got a 992 millibar low shooting across the country, and you see this green right here across the southern plains, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, etc. This low will bring in a southerly flow out the Gulf, and therefore you might have an atmosphere that supports severe weather. Now on the northern side, it's just enough cold air to have a little bit of winter weather. And then, as this begins to, we get about a week out, so we're about a week from today. Next Tuesday morning, March the 3rd, we have a developing low that is starting to strengthen and eject across the middle of the country with this trough ejection and multiple pieces of energy, short wave, if you will, riding the actual trough. And so as that happens, we get into midday Tuesday, it's at 990 low. Going across Missouri, you see all the green down here. I know it just looks like green rain, but this could be storms. And obviously, as we get closer and models do lock onto the storm system, then we'll be able to actually get those short-range models that show a better look at the storm structure. But we're not even close to that. We don't even know if the storm's going to happen. But 990 low right here, there could be a winter weather side of this. And then this starts deeping into the 980s, so it's strengthening. Therefore, I do think we could have that powerful storm system. And remember, I've been talking about this I've been saying the 5th through the 10th, but this could get going as early as the 3rd and the 4th. And I've been liking that time period, really a few days into March for a powerful storm system, maybe 2. 985 millibar lows shooting across the Great Lakes region. This could bring a corridor of heavy snow, maybe somewhere from the Midwest. But we can get all lost in the details until the cows come home. At the end of the day, we don't know the details. But that low continues to ride across the Great Lakes on the Euro between days 7 and 10. So we're getting all the way into like next Wednesday. And this could bring all kinds of weather. And then after that, I do think we'll get a shot of cold air probably midway late next work week. You can see the 549 digging down. This indicates cold air. And I do think this will be the old dreaded March cool down that we seem to always get. Not everybody usually like that, of course, but to me, once you start to get later in March, I always like early March to get one of those crazy freak snowstorms, for the south. But when you start to get to mid to late March, if it's going to happen, it needs to go on to happen. I'm starting to get ready for spring personally, but. This is past day 10, but it has a system developing here, a late winter, early spring type snowstorm. Remember, places like Denver, your snowiest month of the year, I believe, is March, so it's not out of the ordinary at all to get a crazy foot and a half snowstorm in Denver. But, you got this low cutting across the central and eastern U.S. This could do something funky, but that's getting pretty far out. We really need to focus on that first storm system. So does the GFS have that storm early next week? Well, same thing. There's that clipper diving in. It's much colder. It's going to shot of snow across the upper Great Lakes region and some snow from the northeast, maybe into the weekend. And then it gets quiet for a couple of days. We get to Sunday, and it does show the storm system. 1004 millibar low pressure, in the panhandle of Texas, and we got some moisture right here, a little bit of snow, just enough cold air, but it doesn't really eject, and it just looks weaker, it looks flatter, and it doesn't do. It really comes in quicker too. It comes in much quicker. So it's kind of broken up in two areas of energy. This one kind of scoots through, and then there is another one. So the GFS and the Euro differs in two different ways. One, the first impulse of energy, which is kind of this, comes in a few days early, and it's weaker. The second impulse of energy comes in a little bit later compared to the main system on the Euro. And here it is, 997 low, cutting across Kansas and the plains Tuesday evening. And, you got a cold weather side on this, a winter storm side is what I'm saying. And then we probably got a severe weather side on the south of the low. But even this isn't fully cutting. It's kind of going more zonal. So I don't know if a scenario like that would really bring severe weather. GFS really not buying a severe weather scenario. And the Euro just really has one main storm system. But that moves through. Who knows what that does? We get to about day 10. This tries to blossom into a winter storm across New England. And after that, it's cold year around, but really bottled up to the north. We got a lot of southern stream energy shooting through. Looks like just a chilly rain, and who knows? You can tell there's definitely some differences between the Euro and the GFS. Now, talking about the severe weather, I want to look at the Euro ensemble, not the Euro operational work itself. So, does the Euro ensemble sort of support its operational work? Well, somewhat does. There's kind of a dual jet setup here. This is the main trop. It's getting this Sunday morning. So, remember I was talking to you about a cool down this weekend where we will have a period of below average temperatures for areas of the eastern U.S., a little cold front. You can see the dip in the jet. That's what that is. And then here comes that storm system I was talking about for this weekend into early next week that begins to move in and brings its own associated jet with it. So we start to get into Sunday evening. This is at winds at 500 millibars. So that's like 18,000 feet up in the air, give or take 1,000 feet. Okay, so way up in the atmosphere. So just think of this as a lot of wind energy and a jet moving through. See this kind of closed circle? This is kind of an upper low, a storm system. There's no point in making this any more hard to understand than what it is, right? So we start to get into Monday morning. Let's get into about Monday midday of next week, 6 days from now. You see kind of the orientation of this. Let's make sure we get it right. I think we're good here. Make sure it works. It is. So you see how this is kind of going and shooting across like that. It kind of goes southwest to northeast. So we have that southwest flow. So what is that doing? You see the wind blowers kind of pointing to the southwest right here. So what does that mean? That means we're getting warm and especially really moist air getting pulled out the Gulf and out of Mexico. So this is getting pulled north. So we develop what we call a moist sector of air. So we know that the more humid the air in the atmosphere, that's an ingredient for severe weather. You wake up late in spring, early summer, throughout the rest of summer, and you wake up and you're like, man, it's extra humid today. And 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon later that day, you get a nasty thunderstorm. Well, because the conditions are right, it's very humid and the atmosphere is loaded with moisture. So that's kind of what's going on here. A little dip right here, upper low. This is bringing its own associated jet, which is right into here. Okay, and it makes sense because remember when we were just showing you the model guys that had like a low right here, and it makes sense that that jet is shooting south of the low. We keep this going and we start to get into like Monday night, we get into Tuesday morning, and it progresses to the east pretty quick. So who knows, next Tuesday could have severe weather across the Ohio Valley, across areas of the Mississippi Valley, the Mid-South. Who knows? Well, we still got to figure out all the details. As you can see, the flow is going right over this region right here. Now, will this low be up here? Will it be more down here? Will this be going more zonal, like the GFS? So low's kind of going like this. That would probably limit as much severe weather. But in general, when you kind of see a flow like that at this time of the year, you know that we're probably going to have a flexing of the southeast ridge and probably the return of moisture in the middle of the country. The Storm Prediction Center mentions that too at day 6 onward, and I'll show you that in a second. But this is about midday Saturday. Still very dry air, even in the green area, dew points in the 50s. I mean, that can get the job done, but for the south, really, where you have a lower elevation, you really need dew points here, like in the 60s and stuff like that. So we start to get into Sunday and then about Sunday afternoon, and dews really begin to build in southern areas of Texas. Now, do you have flow down here in Maddox? Not quite sure. Like I said, we don't know all the details of that. Normally the flow remains pretty light down here, but dew points in the 60s are building. You can see there's a pretty stout moist sector. Could have some severe weather Sunday, but as we're getting into Monday, this is when real rich, deep moisture really begins to build into the southern plains. So we get dew points all the way into the 60s. And this is the Euro Ensemble too, by the way, not one operational one. But the average mean gets dew points all the way into the 60s, almost to the Red River, and definitely into southwest areas of Louisiana. So we get this plume of moist air. Now, as we are getting into Tuesday, it shows this sector of moist air starting to move into the Mississippi Delta region and just west and east of the Mississippi River. The moisture really begins to build. And if you're not really familiar with dew points as far as, whatever that means, I always say this. A lot of people, it's a big misunderstanding by the public. They think that the best way to gauge how humid it is outside is by pulling up your weather app and you looking at the humidity percentage. That's not the best way to gauge humidity. The best way to gauge how humid it is outside is looking at the dew points, which should be on your weather apps too. Which, by the way, I don't like weather apps, but hey, we all have them. They're even downloaded on my phone. I even have the Weather Channel app on my phone. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. And I look at it sometimes just to compare it against what Model Guide is showing. But you look at dew points. When you got dew points in the 50s or lower, it's pretty dry outside. There's no humidity. When you get to the 60s, you're starting to feel a little bit of humidness. That's not a word, but I don't think it is. But you start to feel a little bit of juice in the atmosphere. It's a little bit more humid. You get into the 70s, it starts to feel tropical out there. It's just awful, which is what we get here in South Carolina, like 6 months out the year. So, you get what I'm saying. So dew points in the 60s, you're certainly starting to feel it now. And you need to even get into like next Wednesday, who knows where this sector of moist air will be, but has it along the Carolina, Georgia, and Florida coastline by midway next week. So, next thing we'll look at is the Cape levels in response to the dew points. Normally, the higher your dew points, the higher your Cape level. Doesn't mean you have all the ingredients in the world for severe weather, but it definitely means you have thermodynamics. So, you start to get into Monday, your average Cape levels in Texas, even getting into southern Oklahoma, start to build to a few 100 joules per kilogram, which is not a lot of juice in the atmosphere, but sometimes that will definitely get the job done. A lot of times it will. We start to get into, say, Tuesday, midday, your Cape levels are starting to spike closer, I would say above 500 joules per kilogram in areas of Texas and Louisiana. So a little bit more energy in the atmosphere. Once you start to get to about 1,000 joules per kilogram, you're really working with some rocket fuel with these storms. And then this kind of sector begins to shift east, but it mainly stays in the Gulf. So we'll continue to fine-tune that as we get closer. There's a lot of chatter about severe weather out there in the weather community. I know there's a lot of people that watch the Storm Chasers.
Red Bull gives you wings.
We must master the art of peace in addition to the art of war. The Turtle Hermit School will be with you.
I would say this, guys, just be careful what you watch. I'm not expecting you guys just to watch my channel, but a lot of people like to overhype severe weather because I would say if there's one genre of weather out there that's favored more than all of them, it's severe weather. I favor winter more than all of it, but I would say the tropics is a close second. I love breaking out hurricanes. For people that's been tuning in for any length of time know that. But I would say severe weather is a distant third. I like breaking it down, but I more so like going out there locally and experiencing it in nature and tracking thunderstorms. talking about it, I'm going to talk about it. Guys, I'm going to speak on it regardless if I like talking about it or not. That's not like I dislike it. It's just not my favorite weather genre to talk about. It's really not. So, but it does say day 6, which is Sunday pretty much, the Monday morning, predictability too low. And it goes on and says that day 7 and then day 8, which is Monday into Tuesday. Kind of the next step down is potential too low. When it starts to say predictability too low, that means they're kind of watching a time frame. That's the way I've always taken it. And it does say, in general, the overall pattern suggests moisture returning in the southern plains and parts of the southeast with a broad trough in the western U.S. with a series of short wave troughs, surface lows, advecting into the plains and eventually across the eastern U.S. And, it says this pattern will likely support one or more severe weather episodes, but pinpointing the exact day and all the details, basically, we just don't know. So, Storm Prediction Center sees it too. As far as snow, not a whole lot to talk about, guys. The pattern, remember we were talking a few days ago, there was a lot of chatter about it, how, the pattern could support a really cold March, and it could for certain areas, and maybe even some late season snowstorms, and it could for certain areas. But that pattern has since shifted away over the last few days, and honestly, I'm here for it. I'm kind of done with winter, personally. Winter will always have my heart, you guys know that, but I kind of got my cup filled down here in Columbia, even though I feel like we kind of missed somewhat. We got an inch of snow out of the system that we could have got a lot more snow out of, but definitely a wild winter. It's not over. We're going to continue to break down winter weather, but this is the ensemble run from the Euro between now and the evening of March 11th, so 360 hours out. And as you can tell, you can see that, most of the snow stays confined. Now, as far as the eastern half of the country, most of the snow stays confined to the Great Lakes region and then the interior section of the Northeast. There is a bit of a signal on the I-95 corridor in the Northeast, southern New England, and there is a little bit of a signal, say, down into the southern Appalachian Mountains. But even in the middle of the country, there's not much there. Now, the Rockies, it could get quite active. I would watch this pattern for like Denver, the Front Range, for the Sierra Nevada, for the Cascades. The pattern could get wild out west as far as snowfall in the storm system. So, anyways, moving past this, just kind of nerding out with the pattern a little bit. Not going to spend too long on this. The blues on your screen is lower pressure, a storm system. Normally it brings cold air with it. And then the orange, the reds, the yellows you see on the screen. Normally a ridge of high pressure typically brings warmer conditions. And this is the pattern at 18,000 feet up in the air, which doesn't always work on the surface immediately. So just remember that. But as we're moving forward here, I want you to kind of keep your eyes on this blue blob down here in the southwest. This is kind of our system that could initiate the pattern, if you will. Now, we could have more energy that kind of dives down here if this weakens. But this kind of initiates the pattern of what could bring what I think could be a potential for a powerful storm system over the middle of the country next week. Now, this little first initial blue blob kind of disappears, and another one the small one kind of merges with the larger one, if you will, and these kind of systems kind of almost combine, and this turns into a more larger, I would say a large scale trough. So we got a much larger blue blob here. This is pretty much just a huge upper low, and a trough is about to fully eject and evolve across the country. So if we stop it here, this is around next Monday, so 6 days from now. The flow around this is going just like this, and it makes sense compared to the 500 millibar flow that we just showed you. So flow around lower pressure, we speak about this a lot during hurricane season, goes just like this. Okay, and since this is kind of cut off because we got ridging up here, the flow is going completely just like that. Now, as we continue to move this forward here, does this develop into an all-out trough at this point? So at this point, the flow is kind of going just like this. It could. So this blob of blue, lower pressure storm system is what could bring an active period of weather next week across the entire country. So we'll continue to watch that. This will also bring a shot of cold air, especially as this evolves into a full-scale trough and just a dip in the jet. And this will allow for cold air to kind of funnel down into here behind whatever storm system works across the country. And you can see that if you look at temperature anomalies. You know, we will have that cool down across the eastern U.S. later this weekend. It could be very cold across the Northeast. This will bring a brief cool down later this weekend, early next week for the eastern U.S., but it will quickly warm up early next week. And you can see what's going on here really well. Let's actually go back here and then look at this. So it's 192. This is next Tuesday evening.